Hi everyone, my name is Katherine Swisher and I'm the daughter of Curtis Swisher, and he asked me to share my experience with internships, applying for internships, finding internships, and landing internships, and my experience working through college. So I'm going to kind of take you through a timeline of how I did it, some mistakes that I made, and give you some tips as I go along. But I want to break this up in two parts. So my first part is going to be 4 tips you can do before you apply to any internship, before you turn in any resume, things that you can do to prepare yourself and pick the right internships to apply for. So my tip number 1 is to narrow your search and choose a path. So the reason why I say this is because a lot of people have very broad majors. For example, mine was bioenvironmental science, so you can do several different things when you graduate with a bioenvironmental science degree, like conservation, pathology, you can do renewable energy sources. There's so much that you can do with it that whenever people are looking for jobs, they get overwhelmed and they don't know exactly what to apply for. So they kind of apply for everything, and that's not efficient with your time, and you don't put the kind of quality that you need to into your application. So first, choose a path. Number 2 is customize your plan. So what I did at Texas A&M University is what I would suggest to anyone, and that is to use your electives. A lot of people that I know use their electives for fun classes, like they took a PE class or they took a random class that had nothing to do with their major, but it was a waste of time and a waste of money. So I used my electives to really get me closer to specifically the career path that I wanted. So I chose the career path environmental health and safety. So I had an environmental major, but it was lacking some safety. So I took all of my electives in safety. So what came out of that and the benefit of that was my electives counted towards a minor. Because I took so many electives in safety, I ended up getting a minor in occupational health and safety. So I was able to really customize my plan at Texas A&M University towards a specific career path, and that helped me so much in the long run. So use your advisors, use your own research and your own interest to really customize your plan. There's so much that you can do and so much flexibility that you can do with your plan without just taking a generic plan. So my tip number 3 is get involved. And the reason why I say this is because there are so many organizations that really help with professional development. I was in a women's leadership organization, and I was also in a few organizations that were specific to my major. And in all of those organizations, they offer resume help. They bring in companies to network with students. There's so many resources that come out of those organizations. So I'd say getting involved is a huge opportunity. I know more than 10 people that I could probably name that landed internships just from networking through those organizations. So that is huge. So my last tip, number 4, before you apply to any internship and any job, is be realistic with yourself. And this is going to be kind of hard for people to swallow, but you've got to be realistic with your skills and where you are before you apply to any internships. My freshman and sophomore year, I wasted so much time applying to these huge corporations and their internships, and of course I'm not going to get them. I was a freshman or a sophomore with no direction and no experience. Most of those internships require experience. So if you are a freshman or a sophomore, I would shoot for local experience with your university, because that's what you can land at that level. For example, with me, after I got tired of applying and being rejected from those big corporations, I looked for internships locally at my university, and I was able to find an internship with the city and work with them, which gave me the experience, which led me to a corporate internship or corporation internship. So there are other people that I know that were able to do research assistant for a professor and landed huge jobs after that, because they got that lower level experience and were able to build up to those big internships. But they got that lower level experience early in their college career. If you're later in your college experience, maybe a junior or a senior, and you still are struggling with internships, I would focus on looking at local, smaller internships that are more achievable whenever you haven't had any experience. I didn't get my local internship until my junior year, and then I was able to, the summer after my junior year, land a great internship with a huge company. So I would really focus on what is achievable for you. So number 4 is be realistic. So later this week, we'll post another video of 4 tips that you can do whenever you are applying and maybe after you've landed the job. So stay tuned.